I'd like to know what audience we have over here and what brought you here. So I'd really like to know from which communities you all come. How many of you are HR people? Great. How many work in India? I saw a few hands didn't go up. Do you come from outside?
We are students.
Ah. Is there anybody who works for a multinational here? For a foreign multinational? Okay. That's very helpful. I think I appreciate your introduction. I wanted to tell you I come originally from India, have lived in the US for the past 35 years, but spend 4 to 6 months every year working in India. I have a home here and a home there, so I have a leg in each place. And I've directed a business school here. I've been a full professor and directed a department of intercultural management there. And I also work, I've worked in 26 countries, and I facilitate global teams for corporations. And I do a lot of coaching for the senior leaders, mainly from MNCs, but also from Indian companies going global. So your interest today will be, I'm sure, since all of you are working from here, more on Indian companies who are going global. I'd like to understand how many of you are already, your companies operating in the global arena? How many of you are aspiring to go global? And which are the countries that you're operating in? How many of you have a big presence in the US, UK, Germany, Sweden, China, Korea, South Africa, Philippines, Latin America? How many of you think you might be in many of those countries in the next 5 years? Yourself as well, wonderful. I would like today to set the ground, because we want to welcome you to a session that gives you an opportunity to step back and take a good look at your international collaborations and your global operations, or your efforts to go global. And consider the people issues, the cultural issues, the communication issues, the human factors that affect the effectiveness of your ventures. Now, how many of you said you don't have any global ventures? Because I was going to say, even if you don't have global ventures, all of you have people, I'm sure, from different parts of India working together. And that itself is a cultural challenge to some extent. How many of you don't have young and old working together, which is another challenge we are all facing? So the cross-cultural challenge, I believe, is there in every organization, in every team, in every situation when you interact within and outside your company. Bond at AT&T, who came here earlier, and I believe that today, when India is on the brink of really exploding globally, and I say possibly, and I'll tell you why possibly, that the ability to form partnerships, build trust with respect, communicate with and motivate and learn from a variety of culturally diverse people will determine to a large extent the professional success of people and the financial success and survival of your businesses. Particularly in relationship-oriented countries like India, we are ideally predisposed to develop these skills well, if trained and educated to do so.